What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of cards that I want to see. You and I want to see in MLB The Show 18. That was kind of a poor intro. Let me redo it. Welcome back, guys, to more cards that you and I want to see in MLB The Show 18. Of course, it's been a long time since I posted another one. I've just been really lazy, and I finally went together, did the research, went through the comments, saw what you guys suggested, so picked some, maybe one or two of my own, switched them around, predicted the overalls, and then typed all the information, and then here we are. So I'm trying to go. I typed all the information so I can, like, not stutter and all that stuff. Well, I will stutter probably sometimes. I'm not perfect at commentary. Anyway, the card art, except one card, which is the final card actually in the episode, I couldn't find online. For some reason, the version of that card is like nowhere to be found, or even that year. I don't understand why, but you'll have to wait until it comes out. So, first card, we'll be starting off with the Toronto Blue Jays, which is we're doing the AL East, by the way. You guys didn't know, we did the AL Central last time, and then we did the AL West the time before. So you want to go see those, go back, watch those, and come back to this one. Let's get right into it. So, 2011 All-Star Ricky Romero. I predict he'll be a 90 overall. So, that's the first card. In 2011, Romero finished 10th in the Cy Young voting and was an All-Star for the first and only time in his career. He posted a 2.92 ERA in 32 starts, completing 4 of them, 2 for shutouts. Tallied 225 innings, 178 Ks. He also gave up 26 home runs and walked 80 batters. Since the home run per 9 stat and MLB shows valued a ton for starting pitchers and relief pitchers for their rating, I'd probably give Romero a rating in between the 89 and 91 range. I went with 90. Next card is going to be a legend hitter, 1987 overall. 1987 overall? Am I dumb? 1987 All-Star, 95 overall, Tony Fernandez. In 1987, Fernandez had a great year, being named to the All-Star team the second time in his career. He hit .322, had an OBP of 379, slugged .426, had an OPS of 805, and an OPS plus of 112. He won his second Gold Glove and finished 8th in the MVP voting. With his fielding and his great contact hitting along with his decent power, I feel like he would be rated between the 94 and 97 range. I went ahead and put him kind of in between at 95 overall. Next, we have 1997 overall, Hardware Roger Clemens, 99 overall. In 1997, at the age of 34, Clemens had the second best year in his career. This is what happens when I read a script. In 264 innings, he tallied a 2.05 ERA in 34 starts, completing 9 of them and 3 for shutouts. He gave up only 9 home runs while walking 68 batters and striking out 292 batters. He had an ERA plus of 222 and finished first in the Cy Young race, winning his fourth Cy Young of his career, and he finished 10th in the AL MVP voting. He'll easily, in my opinion, be a 99 overall. 2003 Hardware Roy Halladay is the next card. Rest in peace, by the way. Always wanted to say that. 98 overall. In 2003, Roy Halladay won his first of his second Cy Young awards and he'll get in his career. In 266 innings, he tallied a 3.25 ERA in 36 games, completing 9 of them and 2 for shutouts. He did give up 26 home runs, which hurts him, but he only walked 32 batters and he struck out 204. I believe that because of the fact that he gave up so many home runs, he will not be a 99 overall. I think he'll still be between this 96 to 98 range, though, by the way. Also, in 2003, another Blue Jay had a fantastic year. All-Star Vernon Wells, 96 overall. In 2003, I'm going to read the script again. Another Blue Jay had a fantastic year, and that's Vernon Wells. He played 161 games, tallied 215 hits, 49 doubles, and 33 home runs. He hit for a 3.17 average, an OBP of 359, slugged 550, and had an OPS of 909 and an OPS plus of 132. He finished 8th in the AL MVP voting and was an All-Star for the first time in his career. A viewer said his overall would be a 96, which was, of course, as you can guess, a viewer suggested card. So, there you go. Alright, now for the Baltimore Orioles. We have, first of all, some of these cards are released on Twitter, and this one is one of them. 2014 Impact veteran Nelson Cruz, 91 overall. 2014 was Cruz's first year away from the Texas Rangers. Cruz played 89 games at the DH and 70 in the outfield. He didn't make a single error, also, which, you know, he's known for the infamous World Series ball missing. He actually did play the field exceptionally well. He had 166 hits, 40 home runs, and a career high at the time. He hit 271, had an OBP of 333, a slugging percentage of 525, and an OPS of 859, and an OPS plus of 137. He finished 7th in the AL MVP voting and made the All-Star team, helping the Orioles make the playoffs. I believe the way he played the field this season could help his overall, and I think he'd be between the 90 to 93 range. I went ahead with 91. 1992 breakout Mike Mussina. This is the first gold on the list. He would be, I believe, he'd be an 89 overall, not quite a diamond. In 1992, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, I believe, Mike Mussina broke into the scene as an elite starter. He made the All-Star team for the first time in his career, put up a 2.54 ERA in 241 innings, 32 starts, completing 8 of them and 4 for shutouts. He finished 4th in the Cy Young voting that year. He had a low strikeout per 9s, but he walked very few batters. I believe Mussina would, like I said, between the high gold and barely diamond, but I believe he'll barely miss that diamond mark. In 1966, we have a hardware player, Frank Robinson, 99 overall. In the 1965 offseason, Robinson was traded to the Orioles. In his first season with the Orioles, Robinson was an AL All-Star and the MVP of the league. Robinson put up 182 hits and 49 home runs. He hit 316, had an OBP of 410, slugged 637, and had an OPS of 1,047, and an OPS plus of 198. He will easily be a 99 overall. In 2016, the Orioles had an elite closer, and they still do. Zach Britton in 2016 had the best year of his career, coming off of an already great year. He played 69 games, finished 63 of them, tallied 47 saves in 67 innings, gave up only 7 runs, 4 earned, and 1 home run. His ERA was 0.54. He walked 18 batters and struck out 74. His ERA plus was 803. He was an all-star and finished 4th in the Cy Young voting. He also played a great in the postseason. Kappa. I think Britton would be between these 97, 99 range. I gave him the edge and gave him a 99. In 2004, the final Oriole had an impact year for the Orioles. In fact, he was an impact veteran. Melvin Mora, 96 overall, had an insane year in 2004, and he somehow wasn't an all-star. In 140 games, he had 187 hits, 41 doubles, and 27 home runs. He hit 340, had an OBP of 419, slugged 562, had an OPS of 981, and an OPS plus of 155. He finished 18th in the MVP voting, and had a huge impact on the team. He did play a mediocre defense at third, with a 948 fielding percentage. So I believe his overall will be high between the 96 range, 95, 97, because of his hitting, solely. Alright, now we're going to be doing the Boston Red Sox. First of all, we have 2015 breakout Mookie Betts. He'll be an 88 overall in my prediction. Of course, my predictions aren't always accurate. Keep that in mind. In 2015, Betts broke onto the baseball scene. He hit 42 doubles and 8 triples for 18 home runs. He also stole 21 bases. He hit 291, had an OBP of 341, slugged 479, an OPS of 820, and had an OPS plus of 117. I don't think he'll quite hit the diamond range. He could easily, but I didn't want to include so many diamonds. I wanted to also include a gold somewhere, and I don't have that many golds on here anyway. So yeah, that is Mookie Betts. In 1999, we have, one of the obvious ones, but I also just wanted to include him, of course, because I know there would be some little things in the comment section of him. Why wouldn't I include him, even though I don't always want to include the ones that people are always going to say. Anyway, we have Pedro Martinez, 99 overall hardware card. In 1999, Martinez, of course, had an insane year. He had 313 strikeouts in 213 innings, a 2.07 ERA, walked only 37 batters, only gave up 9 home runs. He also had a 13.2 K per 9. That's insane. He was an all-star, finished first in the Cy Young voting, and was second in the AL MVP voting behind Pudge Rodriguez. He was easily a 99 overall. Alright, in 1990, we have all-star Roger Clemens. In 1990, Clemens had a 1.93 ERA in 228 innings. He gave up only 7 home runs, walked 54 batters while striking out 209. He also had an ERA plus of 211. He was an all-star and finished second in the Cy Young voting. Another 99 overall card for the same player. I agree is repetitive, but I don't think he'd really be any lower. I mean, Roger Clemens was a beast. You know, really, it's just that simple. I could have also given him a 2001 Impact Veteran card for the Yankees. Like, he was on every East team almost. So, yeah, that's how good he was. But next we have 2008 All-Star Kevin Youkilis. I included Youkilis over some others that probably would be much better, because who doesn't love Kevin Youkilis and his stance? I mean, I love it. Anyways, in 2008, Kevin Youkilis was an All-Star for the first time in his career. He had 43 doubles, 29 home runs in 145 games. He hit .312, an OBP of 390, slugged .569, had an OPS of 958, and an OPS plus of 144. He finished third in the AL MVP voting, which kind of surprised me when I was looking at it. And I think Youkilis would be between the 92 and 95 overall range. I had him at 94. Alright, now we have the New York Yankees cards. First, we have 2 of the same player, and because I also wanted to include his breakout year, so I hope you're not mad about that. First, we have his breakout card, 1996 breakout Mariano Rivera, 97 overall. In 1996, Rivera converted to a relief pitcher because he used to be a starter, and he still had the stamina of a starter. In 107 2/3 innings, he had a 2.09 ERA, gave up only 1 home run, walked only 34 batters, struck out 130 batters. He finished third in the Cy Young voting, had an ERA plus of 240, and I believe he'd be between the 95-97 range. Overall, could possibly even be 98 to 99. And now we have it. His best year in his career, if you look at the stats, 2008 All-Star Mariano Rivera. 2008 was the best year of Rivera's career at the age of 38. Pretty crazy to think about. He had a 1.4 ERA in 70 2/3 innings, played 64 games, finishing 60 of them for 39 saves, gave up 6 home runs, struck out 77 batters, only walked 6 batters, had an ERA plus of 316, was an all-star, finished 5th in the Cy Young voting, and I think he'd be a 99 overall. Now, here we have another viewer suggestion, 2012 postseason Raul Ibanez, 88 overall card. In 2012, Ibanez was clutch for the Yankees, most notably coming off the bench, hitting a home run, then later hitting a walk-off home run for having 2 hit home runs late in the game after coming off the bench. He was 40 years old, by the way. In the ALDS, Ibanez hit .444, had an OBP of 500, slugged 1.111, had an OPS of 1,611. In the ALS, he didn't play as well, but he did slug well. I don't know how I could predict his overall, but I would probably say high gold, which is why I gave the 88. In 1986, coming off of an MVP year, Don Mattingly had a better year. He will easily be a 99 overall. He had a fantastic year coming off, of course, his first MVP. He had 238 hits, 53 doubles, 31 home runs, walked 53 times to only 35 strikeouts. What? He hit .352, had an OBP of 394, slugged 573, had an OPS of 967, and an OPS plus of 161. He was an all-star, finished 2nd in the MVP voting, almost won back-to-back MVPs, won a Gold Glove, and he also won the Silver Slugger card. I mean, he'll easily be a 99. I mean, what else would he be? Alright, here we have another viewer suggestion, 1998 postseason Andy Pettitte. God, my voice. In 1998, Pettitte helped the Yankees make another World Series run. In the ALDS against the Rangers, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, striking out 8. In the ALCS, however, he got rocked, giving up 6 runs, 4 home runs on 8 hits, walking 3, and only striking out 1 batter in 4 2/3 innings. Then he came back strong in the World Series against the Padres, pitching 7.1 innings, 7 1/3 innings, giving up 0 runs on 5 hits, walking 3, and struck out 4. I believe Pettit would be between the 90 and 92 range only because of his really, really bad struggle in the ALCS. Finally, we have the Tampa Bay Rays. In 2015, breakout Jake Odorizzi, 87 overall. In 2015, Odorizzi had an ERA below 350 for the first time in his career. In his 169 innings, he had a 3.35 ERA, gave up 18 home runs, walked 46 batters, and struck out 150. I believe his overall would be between the 85 and 88 range, and I put him at an 87. Here we have another viewer suggestion. In 2003, Rocco Baldelli had a nice rookie year. He had 184 hits, 32 doubles, 8 triples, 11 home runs, and stole 27 bases. He hit 289 OPP of 326, slugged 416, had an OPS of 742, and an OPS plus of 99. He finished 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting, and I think he'll be between an 85 and an 87 overall, and I put him at 86. Now this one was suggested by RGS, Rays Game and Sports. 2008, Hardware Evan Longoria. In 2008 was Longo's rookie year. In 122 games, he had 122 hits, 31 doubles, 27 home runs, and he hit 272, had an OBP of 343, slugged 531, and an OPS of 874. He had an OPS plus of 127. He was an all-star in his rookie year. He finished 11th in the AL MVP voting and won Rookie of the Year. And I believe this card would be between a 90 and 95 overall, and I put him at a 93. Now this one I would personally kind of like. 2007 Impact veteran Carlos Pena, 92 overall. In 2007, Pena had a great year. He had 46 home runs, 29 doubles in 148 games. He hit 282, and it's not like he hit terrible either. He hit 282. He had an OBP of 411, slug 627, had an OPS of 1,037, and an OPS plus of 172. He wasn't even an all-star. He finished 9th in the MVP voting when 1 Silver Slugger. Pena played a good first base as well. So I'd say this overall would be probably between an 88 to 92, and I put him at a 92. Now this one I don't have a card art for because I couldn't find it. But this one is 2008 Breakout JP Howe, 87 overall. Howe had a nice year on the Rays World Series run. He pitched 89 innings, had a 2.22 ERA, gave up 6 home runs, walked 39 batters, and struck out 92. I think he'd be a nice lefty reliever to have in the game, and would probably be between an 85 and 88 overall. And I put him at an 87. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you want to see more of the card videos, I'll try to get them out more often, as soon as I can, of course. Next one is going to be the NL West. So please comment Giants, Rockies, D-backs, Dodgers, and Padres players you want to see in MLB The Show 18. Please, no other divisions, because I know some people commented like NL East and NL Central cards, but please comment NL West. Please. Thank you. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one.
So this money shit, yeah, it's been on my mind, fuck your posse clear. I'ma pop off in time with the Tommy miss. Yeah, this how I slime, I'm out to see some tits. Yeah, your mommy is fine, hey. I'm a good boy, I don't hit no licks, yeah. I'm a bad boy, flexing with some chicks, yeah. I'm a weird boy, smoking on some grits, yeah. Oh, that boy, huh? I'm that boy, yeah.